Hi, everyone. This is Christine from Kyanite Psychic Services, and I just wanted to share a story of a hello from spirit that showed up in my day-to-day life. It's funny, it wasn't immediately apparent to me until this message came forward in a reading with a client today. So I'm grateful for that illumination. So I've been planting seeds. I'm getting my garden ready here on Vancouver Island, and it's my first year growing in this climate. So I've got a lot to learn. We'll see how I do. But I'm starting some of my seeds indoors. So last night, because I'm a little bit of a night owl, I was putting, the seedlings in their pots, and I'm reading the back of all of the packets. So I have here some yarrow, which is what I was reading in that moment, and this is a beautiful flower that's medicinal, used for spiritual practice, and it just attracts a lot of beneficial insects into your garden. So highly recommend it if you can grow it. But on the back of the packet, it says this for seeding and timing. Hint, hint. Germination takes anywhere from 10 to 100 days, so be patient. And it's funny, I read that and it made me kind of giggle in the moment last night. And then when I was in the reading and healing space today, those words just lit up so strongly in my awareness, not only for the person that I was working with, but for me too, to reflect upon and also to keep carrying with me. We plant seeds in our life, and sometimes, we do not have control over when they sprout or they begin to manifest. And sometimes that window of when something could take place is rather wide. Like here, 10 to 100 days. That's a pretty wide window. And it's important to really have faith and trust that whatever has lit up in your intuition, whatever knowing you have, that it will come to pass. It just needs its own time to germinate according to divine timing. So you standing over the seeds for the next 100 days. Did you sprout yet? Did you sprout yet? Might not be so beneficial. And that's been maybe a larger theme that I've noticed lately, especially since, we've had that shift. Everyone talks about the Chinese, like the Lunar New Year into the fire horse. There's a shift in energy and things are picking up. And so everyone's asking, when are things going to happen? Exactly. And sometimes that's not beneficial. Sometimes knowing it's going to happen, it'll come to pass, and having patience is the thing that will serve our highest and best. I remember when I knew that it was time to move. I shared this in a previous video. Like, I knew that I was meant to move somewhere else on the planet and have some new experiences, be in a new place. But I didn't know necessarily when until it was very close to when it actually happened. And yeah, sometimes it was really challenging. I was like, when, in my mind. But I tried as best I could to just ground that out and quiet my mind. And it happened with divine timing at the absolute right time for me, the right time for the market, for our finances, and all of that. And right now, personally, just to share, I find myself in kind of a creative in between period. Not so much in my practice here, but in my musical life. I know there are certain things that I want to create and share in music that I want to write, but it hasn't all materialized yet. And to be honest, I find myself thinking sometimes, when, right? Uh, and when that happens, kind of like how I laughed at the seed packet, I personally try to laugh it off like, okay, it's gonna come when it's gonna come. And me standing over it, forcing it, it's not gonna help. So for all of you that are maybe feeling this shift in momentum, but are not sure when those seeds are going to germinate, I just invite you to, with love and a little bit of humor, have some patience. Just like the yarrow says, it's going to happen. And The other beautiful thing, I was thinking about the yarrow plant. Um, this is, you would call it a perennial, meaning once you have the plant, it's going to keep blooming and growing every year. You don't have to keep reseeding it necessarily, right? So whatever it is for all of us that we know there's something that is shifting and changing. It's something that is growing and blooming, within us. Once it does break through, it is going to be lasting and sustainable and not only beneficial for us, but for all of our communities, just like this beautiful flower and plant. So I hope this message is helpful to all of you. And I want to thank you for being here and sharing space with me. Be blessed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.